check me out, I'm elderb. It's saturDayZ, playing DayZ, of course. That just makes sense, doesn't it? DayZ's on sale on Steam right now for 50% off. So, I was going to jump into day one and play on there, but I think, just in case we get any new folks swinging by today, we'll do another fresh start on vanilla. So I've sorted by player count and then picked the highest player count for an official vanilla that's closest to me for ping reasons. So server's a little over half full. We're starting fresh. It's raining, luckily, fortunately. So I'm gonna just run under a tree here before we switch over. Yeah, so we'll do a fresh start, do a quick here's how I get a start going. Not that this is expert advice by any means. There we go, rain is slowing down. But a lot of new folks complain about the tutorials and things going a little too fast paced. They skip over their tips really quick. So what better way than to actually just do a full run through once again. This is the third or fourth one of these. Last time the connection to vanilla was a lot better than it has been previously, but I've had some experience with vanilla official. I'm on PC, of course, that it's very choppy. Like it might be my rig, it might be connection. I don't know what the deal is. But that's enough for me. We'll get right into a fresh run here, and if it's either we're not really having a good time or there's nobody here to ask questions about new guy stuff, we'll head over to Deer Isle and play through there. We'll see how it goes though. So I've got I Survive up. Tea of the evening is chamomile, honey, and vanilla. Let's play DayZ. Alright, here's my little Heidi tree that I run over to and just gotten cold enough. Okay, so I'm not overly familiar with any map really, but a spawn with an antenna up the hill, this is where people would go, you're here, you're there. Like, I don't know. I don't know where I am. So the first thing I do is always just kind of find the closest civilization to try and help figure that out. The antenna up the hill will help in a minute when we check I Survive, but the other thing this will do is when you pop into the first 1, 2, 3 or so buildings that are closest by you, you'll get the idea if this is a popular spawn, a recent spawn for other players. Because if there's absolutely nothing in here, see, already off to a decent start. We've got something to smack with. I'll eat my plum here in a second also. But, you know, you get an idea of if you should even bother in the local area or not. Now, finding a crowbar isn't like, oh, look at me, I'm rich. But at the same time, you know, it might give you an indication of whether or not you should waste your time here or keep going. Because a live zombie versus a dead zombie is obviously a good sign. Put our sweet helmet on. Do a kickflip. We'll throw that on my back in case we need to go fishing. See, that's pretty solid sign that this has not been done, at least recently. So first off, let's get our hydration up here. Pretty sure you cannot throw the crowbar on your back. As always, I'm going to try stuff to see if it works. Look very safe with my helmet on. This spawn is a little harder, at least for me. Rope is good to determine where we're at. Oh, and a water bottle? This isn't a real start. That's pretty awesome. Now we're going to keep the water in that, because if we go get that chicken, then we're going to need to wash our hands off. We don't care about the seeds. We will take a little spite, though. Yeah, if we hear that chicken again, we'll go feel that up. But we'll just head this way, which I'm nearly positive is towards the coast, which is not always advisable, because at some point we're going to run into where people are spawning in. I want to go that way? Let's just go down here. This is going to be more likely to get closer to a road and eventually find where we're actually at. You could spend some time just kind of scanning around on I Survive to try and, you know, that tower on the hill. should be really identifiable. Oh, of course. This is not advised either, to drop your only weapon and stop right where you are. But since we're low food and water, I don't really want to get messed up because of that. Yeah, I feel like this is, there we go. There we go. Untouched. I don't, like, it's not worth, you know, respawning by any means if you don't get a spawn area like this. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's no food, there's no weaponry. Like, you know, we haven't found a weapon yet, but this is pretty indicative of, like, half of the time that I've done an official vanilla. Not every time, obviously, but... Let's go see about this chicken. Sounded like it was back that way. Nope. Okay. That way. He's not too far off either, that's good. A lot of metal wire, how helpful. It's good too, because I want to hit this hunting stand. Now what I probably will do, especially if I can see anything else of note out here, is take a second in this hunting stand, obviously risking being attacked for such a blatant disregard for safety. Okay, we've got a gas station. That's got to be the water over the barn there. So without spending a lot of iSurvive time, I do want to just kind of scan around. Does Solnechny have a gas station? Because they do have an antenna up the hill. There is a hunting stand that overlooks... There's power lines. There's a road there to the gas station. Solnechny doesn't have a gas station though. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, I could sit here and do this for 45 minutes. Or I could kind of just get down there and see what's what. Maybe Berezino, but... Okay, that's a little steeper than me just leaping off of there. The old backwards trick doesn't save your life. Okay, where's the chicken? Actually not too worried about the chicken, especially because we have... Oh, that's the other bummer thing. I'm going to leave the crowbar. No, I'm not. Did I pass a rock? Pretty sure I passed a rock. We'll make a stone knife real quick. That's another... I don't want to say unknown, lesser known strategy to get you a knife early on. I swear somewhere, I don't think you can do it here. No, okay, you need the actual rocks, not the stone walls. I might as well check this house and then we'll go down the hill. As soon as, there we go. I probably should have jumped in that bush instead of just smacking it here. But here we are. So grab, actually, you'd only need one. Then you can scrape it on the rock to make it into a knife. Otherwise, if you have two stones, same thing, you can make that into stone. Stone knives are awful. It's definitely not a good weapon by any means, but... Give me that. Let's ditch this. Yeah, I'd rather fist fight zombies than stone knife fight zombies, but... Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Shirt, potentially a drop. It's on the table though, so maybe not. 380. Garbage rounds. I'm tempted to do that because it seems like none of these are done. Okay, and we have a sign. Alright, so we take a peek on the sign. Looks like en bois, en bois. Obviously that's not what it is in Russian. But you can type that. Christmas lights. directly into I Survive. Now usually I just kind of scroll around and try and find it. This is Olsha. Okay. Where was that antenna? No idea. Looks like it might be up the hill there with the map. Not 100%. There is water here. There's the hunting stand I believe I found. Maybe it's that one. So either way, we know where we are. We're at a northern spawn. It's obviously a little quieter here because Svetlo is right above us also. Just mark it on the map so we don't go crazy trying to figure out where we are after the fact. Yeah, so we'll hang here for a minute. Let me get the sense here. Downhill, power lines start. Yeah, okay. That's where I am on that road. So there should be a car crash at the end of the road. Yep. Alright, well that's indicative, usually, of some neighbors. So maybe there was a start here recently. They just happened to not get the same place as we did. Obviously that guy will give us away, but, I mean, if somebody kills us to get our farming hoe, they can go ahead and do so. There is water here also, so that between the cat food, having a bottle, what else is that here? Runner guy. Yeah, I'd still be slashed on him with a bone knife. Any goods? Seeds. If I were feeling more generous, I would plant those seeds since I do have a hoe on my back. You know what? That's what we'll do. Man, I wish I could shut him up. Oh, he's got a bag. Can we get up there? Probably. There probably is a way here. Any goods in there? No. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend 45. I do wish I could get that, but and then I've already changed my mind on planting seeds. That's alright, we'll find another bag. Too much zombie noise around here. And some salty sticks. I don't believe we want sweater, especially not bright white. Nothing. Tire iron. I would like. I don't really care for rubber slugs, but if we find a shotgun, it's better than the no slugs that we've got. I'd like to find a weapon, even a, baseball bat or something. Oh, she's got a bag. Tortilla bag. I don't think I've actually ever seen one of those. Fur courier bag. There we go. Now I can carry a tool as well. What do we got? Tracksuit jacket is better than the shirt, but it's bright blue, so I'm not a huge fan of that. How much better is the storage? Okay. I don't know if I can really argue with 15 over 9. Gots to do it. That's what I thought. Rotten though, so it's been a bit. That somebody has been through. Potentially have been through long ago enough. Yeah, that this stuff is all either they literally just beelined it to, their buddies or back to a base or whatever, or it's been long enough that this stuff had a chance to respawn. What is taters? Ooh, big find. Everybody loves a frying pan. Can we throw some stuff? Actually, we don't even need to. I don't even worry about it right now. It's always a... Don't go back the way you came. It's always a space consolidation whenever you get out of the old cooking pot. And we already got a runner here. I wonder if that's spawned in. It must be spawned in from me still. I don't care if we aggro him. He can run around. Oh, I got so confused that there was a zombie here. Well, you were just here, so that makes sense. Okay. That is a large scope. I'm going to take your electrical repair kit. It's kind of funny. Got raided, obviously. Fence kit. I've never done the base building stuff, so when I find anything base building related, why would you build a base in a spawn town? Well, you don't have a base anymore, so the question is somewhat irrelevant. Forgot about the runner over here too. Hunting shop. Okay, I've already run down the road and didn't even realize it. Flag. No other goods. There we go. Delicious pajka, presumably. Alright, so from the hunting shop we've got waters across the street from the church. So it'll be there. Yeah, I would like to grab something that goes bang before we head inland. Preferably. I mean, if we can't find one, we can't find one, but man, all the food. Other than that, I'm not unhappy with our start for sure. On a decent amount of food, keep actually a really good amount of food. Keep us going for a bit. We're about to get water. I think I'll do these last buildings and then wrap around. So if we do run into anybody that happens to be coming from down south. Chernarus seems to have a really odd problem with people like coming back to the coast. It's very strange. Seems worse on Libby. It's like when people go south and they don't run into anybody else, they get bored and like go back north. Like, what are you doing here? Take your guns and get out of here. It's always funny when I try to not vault and they take longer than if you just would have vaulted. How? As I'm going inside, that's when you picked up on me? They've got some houses that's providing a decent amount of goods, and then others like that. Just nada. Oh, okay. So somebody here at some point, just not super recently, obviously. I'll take that mag and the sewing kit for sure. I don't know why I didn't pick up on it. We'll leave that, Jay. I'm not worried about that. Swap those two around. Yeah, the fact that that jacket is here with goods, but there's also a sodi. Usually not the same thing. Okay, we didn't get the chicken. I'm not worried about this. Keeping that to wash hands. Hello, Miss Lady. Come on in. I don't really need to keep fighting him for food. Come on, give me the double swing. But just in case we can stock up on some more stuff, it's worth taking a look. Oh, that's right. I have a goofy helmet on. Oh. Ammo in the colored dress. Alright, well, I think that'll do. Hopefully we don't run into any funny business, because we're just well off enough that that would be a little bit of a bummer. She scared me so bad. How much of this can we get in before she's here? Not much. Of course you miss. Bad timing. Okay. Can I get some drink? I'm just trying to drink. And we're gonna need 1.5 more times here. Where are we going from here? Well, we might as well go up to Chernarus or Polyana. So we need to go past the hunting shop. What? Every zombie in the whole place is... It's a little excessive for me to go this far away, but... Come on, Father. Okay. Go top of water. We'll just head up the hill. See if we can hit that feed stand. Alright, let's go. This is not really the way I want to go. Got the potato for some quick snacking. Yeah, if there's the hunting stand, we can just kind of pivot towards the hill here. That's the other thing about I Survive, is you can do terrain associate pretty easily. Not that it's perfect, or I'm definitely not at it, but get you pointed in the right direction at least. So that should be yellow path. Could just go to the peak, but I don't really want to go to the peak. I just kind of want to go around. Wouldn't mind going up to Tarovo, because I don't mind a pistol, but that's definitely not what I want to be rolling into other areas with. I'm considering that. Svetlo spawns are going to go in there first thing, almost guaranteed, but you know what, let's go for it. So that's kind of our spawn area where we came in. That feed stand should be right over here somewhere then. Nah, that's okay. Yeah, this was our entry point. Yeah, that's right, because the gas station was over there. The Svetlo gas station. If Tarovo is a bust, I think I'll go down to the PD at Svetlo. That's not the safest move by any means, But like I said, it was around half, I think a little over half server population. So it's not like it's a deadly move either. Famous last. It's alright, if we respawn, we respawn. That's the game. Alright, so that's that farmhouse. So basically just on the other side of the farmhouse are the mill tents at Tarovo up there. Once again, get a feel for if there's treasures there or not, and then either continue or pop back around. I think we'll go direct to the Svetlo PD. See if we can get... I don't really know what I'm looking for though. I guess we can do with like a BK-133, the pump shotgun. Put the rubber slugs in it, knock people out at least. Hopefully anyway. Because a farming hoe and a C... Is it CZ? I never remember if it's CR. Because the rifle's the CR and the pistol's the CR. But all in all, we're basically at the point where you could get, you know, plan out your whatever run you want to do, wherever you wanted to go next. We're pretty well set up to do whatever that looks like for you, for whatever you feel like doing. So the tents are at the base of that tall mountain on the right there. Looks like it gets pretty steep. There should be some convoys and some car crashes and stuff like that before we get there. Train tracks at the bottom of the valley here. Yeah, okay. There's the mill tents there. Now I would kind of just hang out for a minute and check if you had anything to do about it. Do you have a zombie over by the bus there, mill zombie? One on the other side of the bus. But we have so little to lose. We're just gonna get in there. Go see what's what. It is Saturday, creeping on 10 p.m. East Coast. So I imagine there's probably just enough people spawning in that potentially, you know, grabbed like a Svetlo spawn and came directly here. Let's put our garden hoe in our hands so if we do see somebody, they know that we're not exactly a threat to them. Okay, good sign already. Smoke. Never mind. It's a buttstock. I just saw items and was like, oh good. All the garbage is still here. Got anything on him? No, just a cap. Okay, well, that pretty much shows you what's already happened here. Yeah, there's 3. What do we got there? Oh, that's something. Means they had a better jacket than that. Oh, okay, jacket. If it was pants, I would have taken the pants. That kind of makes me think, though, with the police jacket there, that they've come from the Svetlo police. I don't like to speculate like that. That's how you get yourself not going to places and checking for goods because you think this way or that way, or, you know, like, I didn't even see him in here. You know, it's not the best thing in the world, but, like, we wouldn't have gotten this jacket if I just assumed there was nothing in here because it's a mill in the spawn area. So, I recommend checking them. Elder B's recommendations. Be creeping on 400 hours after this session. Just dangerous enough to advise people to do the wrong things. Like pausing to look at dress shoes. It's so funny that sometimes you can fit through that front door no problem, and then other times it's like, what are you doing? You're not coming in here. Yeah, this is kind of the The road up to Torovo. Not kinda, it is the road up to Torovo. See, look at that. That door, no problem. I don't know that I really want to do... Yeah, I will. We will. We'll check it out. Live zombie. He's not aggro, just looks goofy. I'm not expecting anything in here, though. We'll take a peek. I was about to say, I thought that was going to miss him. Hey, when you wind up for the swing and you don't get it. 20, this is 30, so we're good. Just start putting some stuff in the frying pan here shortly. Ammo and whatnot. See, there's some of the stutters on the that I get only on official. I don't get that on the community stuff. Who knows? Still potentially my machine though. It's not exactly a powerhouse. Ooh. Thank you. Just looked so poor. Just at a glance it was like, oh, you have nothing. There's two here. Skater Grandpa. Come on, Skater Grandpa. Oh, I hate when it doesn't stagger them. Then you're just getting your butt kicked and having to spend a bandage on a stupid zombie. I thought he was gonna supply me with rotten zucchini. I was not looking forward to that, but I guess I won't complain. I'm thinking, oh, okay. I was just there as rags there, though, so he found a different bag. This is 30. We'll keep that. We'll take your rag, though. Come on in, Farmer Fat. I thought it was going to make me bleed again. Oh, man. I called it. No medical here. Need to keep hitting the farm area stuff, though, just to see if we can get... Even if we just get a BK, something that'll make us a little less vulnerable. Although last night I died to a field shovel, and I had a pump shotgun. That has nothing to do with weaponry, that's all the garbage skill level, or lack thereof. It's pretty funny. Alright. I'm thinking we're going to be wasting our time, which isn't the biggest of deals. The lake should be that way. I'd love a gas stove. Start building our cooking setup a little bit. If you can ever get in here to check. It never fails. I see this wood, and every single time I'm like, oh, there's something. Sheet metal, base building stuff. Okay, do I want to go that way? I do not. Well, I do. Feed stand and a hunting stand off this way. That's awfully hopeful, but we'll see. What am I technically sitting on? I got stuff to repair, just not really anything to do anything else with. Stuff to repair and nothing worth repairing. It's floating on the ground over here. Hinges. The door hinges. That's what I saw. Come here, Grandma. Oh. Just a little too far there. That drives me nuts. I know it's because it's the farming hoe, but... Okay, should I be going up this hill? Yes, I should. What? He cut on the sprint that far away. That's alright, let's go. Unless it wasn't me, but I really doubt somebody's following the farming hoe guy. He's got a farming hoe, get him. Alright, there's the feed stand. We could, I was looking at the map and not what I was doing, there's the hunting stand as well. Could hit these two and just kind of follow these to the road and then go north up to Dobroy. I think that's what we'll do. I'm less worried about the food situation, not only because we were able to grab so much, but also because we have rope. So at any time we can stop and go fishing. Man, something about chamomile tea just like tears my throat up. It's kind of weird. It's supposed to be soothing. More 3-9 shots, that's good. Just need something to put in it. Okay, yeah, we'll follow this. We could go up to Beliana, Poliana there, northeast, but I think we'll just follow this straight, hit the road that's got power lines on the east side. There should be looks like a police car crash. See if we can get anything there. And then follow that up until the power lines curve off. Another hunting stand up north. Okay, so there's the little pond. Went over the yellow trail and didn't even realize it. There's our power line road. Should be. Oh, here's our trail road here. So it's this way. No? Yeah, that's it. There just doesn't happen to be the wrecks there right now, unfortunately. That's... What houses are those? Oh, okay, I see. Kinda wanna do that. So then I can run over to the farm. I don't feel like a threat to anyone with my farming hoe in hand, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, this is quite out of the way. I mean, it's in between Turovo and Karmanovka, but potentially some stuff. See what's up. Player here. This is not going to go well, but we're going to try it. Hit. Hit. Purple backpack. So, yep, to the right there. They obviously see me, and if they have anything, we're dead. But unless he's going up the hill, doesn't have a lot of options. That's a long distance for the CR too, so it's not going to do a whole lot. Man, I feel like he's in that tree right there. Unless he just kind of went up and around the corner. Either way, he's going to be able to get out of here. Unless he went down. But I feel more realistically he's kind of gone around these rocks. Just to break sightline with me and, you know, bandage or whatever. This is so dumb. We'll see what we can do though. If anything. I don't even know where he is, really. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's a bummer. There's probably some... Oh! No way. Dude just combat logged. I know he didn't shoot, and that's like, that's not his fault, you know, like if he's getting offline. But you're looting over in that town over there, and then you run away from a pistol? Come on, man, it's a game. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that he was there. And I just happened to see his purple hat, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect, headshot. He's just crouched there. I didn't even realize he was in the log-off animation. Well, okay. What are you gonna do? Except draw attention to anybody in the area over here. Wonder what his plan was there. He's just gonna run across this. I mean, I've been running across the field, but he obviously had things he didn't want to lose. That's nuts. Grab the stop and start the recording again real quick just to grab that one. The combat logger. Which one was that? Is that this one? It's gotta be this one. Yeah. Bear with me. Probably getting shot at right now. Okay. I've heard of such people, but I've never encountered. That's not true, I have. I get it, though. I mean, like, I know there's some servers, like community servers, where that's against the rules. And it makes sense. Like, if you're getting ready to get off, you don't shoot at somebody and then go hide and log out. I mean, that dude was just like, I don't know. Maybe he was afraid. I don't think he had anything. I'd be curious to go look at the clip. I don't think he was trying to protect anything that he had. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that what he was doing was just trying to end his session. Some turd took a shot at him. I've got to fix something real quick. There we go. Some turd took a shot at him and he's like, I don't have time for this. I was getting off anyway. Because I've certainly been on the servers where combat logging is forbidden, and you're like, you know, come on, man, I don't want to get into a fight. I've been trying to log off for 15 minutes here. Would be really cool is if the last hit or two there, right before he, you know, like despawned, if you will, is if the last hit or so killed him. So next time he logs in, it'll be like, no, you don't have a character on here. He's gonna be like, but my sweet purple backpack. I don't know why I ever come into buildings like this. Oh. I don't know how many people I just aggroed there. Zombies. I don't know if there's a back door to this place. But we're gonna find out. Oh, I saw these doors and I was like, well, they're just gonna run out through there. It does sound like they're going around though. Oh, oh. Ah, lost sight of her. Yeah, there's a mill container there with... Yeah, I'll take your eggs. Mill container with a... Oh, it is ballistic. It's just the stupid UN blue one. Yeah, that sucks. I'd rather have you potentially miss a shot than know exactly where my head is. It's so funny sometimes when my brain is just like, do you want that? It's like, do you want that bright red tracksuit jacket that has less storage than what you currently have? All the zombies today have got headgear on. Wrench. See if we can lock our friend in here because it'd be funny. Actually, I want those jeans. Yeah, because I still got the hiking pants. Oh, of course. Hear my frantic clicks. Click, 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 click. Okay. Now I want you to put those on. There you go. I think, though, we got very lucky with food early on. And I've not encountered really anything. I mean, we're chasing combat loggers. I'm like, we can't blame them. Give them the benefit of the doubt. That's what we're going to call them, though. You know, wasting time that we would have been otherwise looking for treasures. I still don't have, like... Well, now I need 919 ammo. Did I get some? What did I get? 45 and 3... Yeah, a bunch of 380, that's right. And 39. Just not the right flavor. I don't think I've ever been in this town. I was 6 miles away from him. A gas stove and gas inside the sheds would be nice. A BK inside the house. Okay. Farmer man. I thought it was a press vest on that guy. That's actually what I would like next. It's some type of chest protection. Tracksuit. No capri. Nothing in it. I was gonna say he's definitely an aggro on me. There's the water. Okay. Oh, great. Let's get you in here. Two for one. I actually didn't mean to get the other one in there. It just kind of happened to come along. I heard another one over here, though, so... Alright, that's not very promising either. Hi, Granny. Come on. We're doing a lock-in. Or not. Whoever comes in this town will just be immediately and constantly annoyed, not ignored. They won't be ignored. Alright, if the water is there... It seems in a weird spot to me. Which way am I facing here? As I stop in the middle of the road. We just passed the water here, didn't we? On the corner? It seems like that's in an odd spot to me. Like at the end of the road out of town. So is this south? No. You know what, I think... Oh, did I end up in Turovo and didn't even realize it? I don't know, I'm very confused on where I'm at right now. We'll just loop down to the end of the road here. Check the signs. I think that's where I'm at now. More rags. Ooh, lots more rags. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do. Why did you do that? The thing is, I don't know how much of something like that would be... We'll call him Clive, the combat logger. How much is Clive and how much is, you know, potentially somebody else in the area? I think I only have like 3 shots left though. Okay. Let's go figure out where we're at. Because I think we're gonna not get much of anything. Yeah, we're back in Tarovo. That's the way out. Pub on the right. Yeah, house on the left. So we have already been. Isn't this where we... Am I freaking myself out? Didn't we go up the road? And we ran across that way? I guess I'm not thinking that we are where I thought we were. So yeah, okay, this is the water. We'll take a right, kind of back the way we were here. I guess I've already kind of forgotten where exactly we were when we ran into old Clive. Thought I just heard a zombie in the trees here. Yeah, because he was over that way. He already respawned, that's crazy. It's super funny. A human steak. I saw the Wobo video of the new changes to loot, zombie loot. Maybe that's always been a thing, but it's the first time I've seen a human steak on a zombie. Alright. I think what happened is I got turned around from that fight with him in the first place. Because I came running down here thinking that was... What does this sign say? I've turned myself around like 3 times now. Yeah, because over there was where we were. Shot at this guy. Our friend Clive. Which one is Nopo? That's De Broy. The road comes up. There's the car at the top of the hill, yeah? Road with the railroad tracks. Railroad tracks turn around to the right. Man, I'm super turned around. So Karmanovka is left, De Broy is right, so that's got to be here, because that goes over the tracks. Yeah. So we wanted to go this way originally. We got sidetracked by the bits here where he was. Oh, okay. I wasn't zoomed in enough on the map. I couldn't tell what I was even looking at. So when I came onto the pub in... I don't remember. Navigation. Get better at it. I didn't expect to get 2 hits on him though with the pistol, so at least that's something. A little ego boost for the garbage marksman. Oh, okay, there we go. That's what we want. Let's ditch the stone knife at this point. I think we'll keep the farming hoe just for sake of worms. This is much better, right? Badly damaged. Let's do a quick fix here. That's going to use most of that, but that's okay. It's a good jacket. We don't really need the farming hoe and the hotbar. Okay, and these guys, the hunter zombies, are a lot more valuable than they used to be. Come on. Come on in here. Oh man. Nothing. It's like, yeah, get him, get him. And then I got hit anyway. That's right, the glow stick. And then I heard that guy run behind the building there. I don't know if he heard me. That's a real possibility since he ran from the, you know, it wasn't a fight. Since he ran from me shooting at him, which, you know, just kind of makes sense. But I wonder if he was up here just getting some stuff, heard me, and then was like, you know, I don't have time for this. I'm just going to run away and combat log. Although here's food, which seems odd. I don't know. It's a strange evening of encounter. I almost said encounters, but that's our first and only for the moment anyway. Tracksuit pants with nada. Okay, so this set of buildings then, we want to go this way. Keep over the hill. There'll be a pub and a farmhouse, and the farmhouse is what we were going to go to initially. Farmhouse, pub, and then we'll go straight past it. Yeah, we can see the hunting stand up on the hill there. You know, you always want a blaze, but right now I'm not prepared for that. And I've got like no hunting camps or anything up here, so it's not the best route. Especially for not having a gun. But we'll come across something. We'll find something. That's De Broy up that way. So we'll hit this and then we'll start making a little more higher risk. Oh, well, okay. What do we have? The 30. That's a good bag though, so that's good. So that's a 5-minute spawn though. Or at least it used to be. Is it 15-minute now? Tough when you watch older like Running Man videos and he's quoting times and stuff like that, but it's from like 5 years ago. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's still accurate or not. We'll still pop up here and then go up the hill to the hunting stand. Because with 3 rounds of my garbage aim, I'm not going to do much with the CR pistol. I always check the trunks in those because I always forget the engines in there. Come on. Schmendy Maskernick. He's cool, man. Ooh, ooh. Let's keep him from yelling and just get him in here. He's making enough noise and commotion as it is. Come on, dude. I thought for sure I was gonna get shot there. Ooh, sodies. Okay, so far nothing spectacular, so that doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything in. Women's suit jacket. Let's get the sodies in real quick. Just plus the food up. Your character drinking is always a good reminder. Get your hydration. Okay, up the hill, across the open field. Let's see some flavor of rifle. or a longhorn and a box of 308. Quite unlikely. Okay, but it's not what I wanted. I'll take it. Alright, work our way into the town here. Not much spectacular to speak of. We'll do this, we'll hop the hill. Karmanovka's on the other side of that hill. And then, oh my goodness. Novodimitrievsk. I'm assuming people just call it Novo. But I think that we won't quite make it there. Depending on what we find in here, how long this town takes, which doesn't look very expansive. Hit this, get over to Karmanovka, and then probably call it a night. It's been quiet, but it's been a decent enough start that I won't jump over to Deer Isle, so we'll save that for 2 weeks from now. My hope on these is always that new folks will come in. Oh. Old base. I was like, that looks very strange to me. I don't know why you do it in that. It doesn't seem like you could protect that very well. I mean, I know literally nothing about base building in DayZ, but 22? Yeah, the rags everywhere is very strange to me. It's like somebody just came around dropping rags, but not picking up any goods. Okay. Thought maybe he was aggroed for a second. We might as well just fight him in the field here. And miss completely. I hate that when they stumble back too far. It's like I was going for the swing. Yeah, I knew I was going to get you. One way or another. Another one? The pitchfork's not bad, at least for zombies. It's funny she didn't even notice I was there. Okay, what do you got? We'll take your zucchini. Did you have a hook? No. It's a little tiny town and there's 100,000 zombies everywhere. Raincoat. Look for ammo in the colored dress since I didn't know that was a thing. Looked like there was another. Oh yeah, maybe up there with the railroad. Another split. Get in there. Swing for 45 minutes after he's gone. Matches, thank you. Nada. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like, you know, people are like picking and choosing. That cap doesn't spawn in there. Picking and choosing which houses to go into. Like, one will have food in it and a bunch of garbage, and then all the others will have absolutely nothing. There's a ton of zombies tonight, though. Seems very abnormal. What's he got? I'll take the water. Let's not forget that that is not clean water. Okay. I mean, we're playing this too fast and loose, but like we've been saying, we don't really have anything for anybody. Not saying that doesn't mean they won't kill us, but even if they do, not a big deal. The point is to start fresh anyway, so I don't think anything spawns in these, but I think I always check. Well, call me a liar. Okay, so there's a little bit of crap this way, and I think we'll do that just for time's sake. Can't pass up Yellow House. Yellow House might be a gold mine. Okay, it's definitely log cabin, but Capri, Yellow House, log cabin, yellow-sided log cabin was not a gold mine. But you never know. You never know. I was like, there's something in the chair at least. In case I need to tenderize some meat. So I've not experienced such a bad run as some of the posts from new folks have experienced. You know, I can't find weapons, I can't find food. Because we found a lot of food, realistically. I mean, we're very undergeared for an hour in. Where are you? But the food has not been the issue, so weaponry definitely has. So I can imagine it would be frustrating if you're not getting food or weaponry. Yeah, we'll go up the tracks here. I lied. That was too short-lived. I hate that. I mean, that's why they do it, but I hate it. Yeah, we won't do... I'll say we won't do the whole row, and then I'll end up doing the whole row. Did we use duct tape? We didn't, but we can take it, so let's make room for it. I don't have anything for this. Let's stand still here with our back to the back door. That seems like a good idea, right? Actually, let's put this and this back. There we go. We'll keep the 7x3 out and just wishful thinking. In hopes that a BK-18 will be upstairs here in the room. Or an Enduro helmet. I said that before I saw it. It was a perfect guess. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Really striking out. I mean, the pistols even were... Okay. It's something. We've got the slugs for it at least. I think I literally just put those away. One. I thought there were several. Alright. We'll stop the wishful thinking. Maybe that's what we need to make it actually happen. I don't think I'm going to walk around with it though, because people will be more likely to think, no guarantees here obviously, but more likely to think that I'm not going to do anything since I don't have a gun in my hands. I think I've been in here. Yeah, this is the first spot we came. Okay, let's figure out which direction we're facing here, what's going on. We talked about getting over the hill. It's got to be that way, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go up and over, get over to Karmanovka. That looks like it's a bunch of burned down houses, which sometimes you can get rifles in there, but a lot of times you just get a bunch of crap like school backpacks and garbage clothes like we've been coming across. There is a PD over in Novo. I might just hightail it to that actually. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get up
kind of over the ridge here. See what we do or do not find. Did I go up? I did. This is the end of the map. I went up the wrong hill. Well, we could find the hunting stand on this side. Oh, that's the one we went to before we went to town. Okay. So just a little jog for exercise there, I guess. Could go west and do those hunting stands. I don't really want to do Karmenovka. We'll take a look. We'll get over there and we'll take a peek. I just don't really have anything to continue inland, so this is where, you know, I get the frustration from newer folks. I'm still a new folk, about not getting, you know, weapons and food and stuff like that. But the thing is like, you know, that guy took me out last night with a field shovel, so is it likely? Like, maybe not necessarily, not if somebody's any good, which I'm not, generally speaking, but it's possible, so there's that to keep in mind. Like, just because you shouldn't be able to doesn't mean you can't. Is this the field for the hunting stand? Farm's on the end there. Yeah, oh, it's at the end of this whole field, though. Do we want to do that? That's a lot of running through the woods for nothing. Let's just hit this and go up and over. Campfire tripod. It's not that far up the hill here. As soon as it kind of levels off, there's the town. I just don't think there's going to be a lot here. So here's, I think, what we'll do. We'll go Karmenovka. We'll check to see... Yeah, there's going to be one or two houses kind of among the midst of the burned out houses, it looks like, according to the map. We'll head over to the feed stand at the Sokol mountain there. Wasn't paying attention. Glad she yelped. Okay, come on. What kind of miss was that? At least that happened. The game felt bad and was like, okay, you're right. That was messed up. We have rope, so I'm not too worried about it. It's pristine. You know what? Let's take it. We'll get in the house here and we'll make ourselves a rope belt. So to me, that's like, nobody's been here. Not that everybody needs rope all the time, but... Well, definitely nobody's been here now. Ooh, it's a full rice too. Okay, someone's been here. Yeah, again, it seems like I'm like trailing right behind somebody. There's bullets there too. But it's been long enough for stuff to come back. How many armbands does it make? I think it makes 5. 357. So there's a 2-man somewhere. Seems like a weird place for them to be. Again, I've not been to this far north, I don't think. I've been to Svetlo, so maybe, but it's very likely they know something I don't. The map makes it look like this town is much more desolate than it actually is. That's the double barrel, isn't it? Okay. I don't know what it's got in there, but hopefully something that actually does some damage. Radar cap. Thought he was aggroed for a second. noticed too, I get very complacent. Like there, I'm like looking in the car and I'm just like looking straight down into the car rather than, you know, literally anywhere else, not around, not up. That was the same house as my my deer isle wrong house short. I kind of had a flashback there for a second. Thought that trash can was that hunter zombie in the white outfit, but I don't think I can expect very much out of here. Okay, he's just running. Alright, well that's better than nothing. Yeah, let's do both slugs in this. I don't know why it does that. You know I want both in there, right? I can't not take a knife. I will clear inventory space to take a second and third knife. Silly habit. But it happens all the time. Do need to kind of take a look at where I've ended up in town here also. Let myself get turned around very easily. I'll do it upstairs. Ooh, sporter. Ooh, CR. Okay. Prayers have been answered. Let's rearrange a touch. Shouty there. And a mag. Nice. Back to wishful thinking. I am going to keep the stupid slug, but almost forgot about this. Cool. Very nice find. I never remember which guns you can sight and which ones you can't. Okay, so there is, I've already done the house. Here I am going through the house. Okay, water. I was going to figure out where I am. Just hide in this corner and hope no one's coming there. There we go. We took a right, so we're looking down the hill at the water. Let's go past the water and just go to the feed stand, and then we'll carry out what we said we were going to do. Ooh, this way. We'll do this house too, and we'll go out the backside. So then it kind of shows you, like, just keep with it. You know, have a backup plan for when. That's pretty significant for us. Is my CR pristine? It is not. Have a backup plan for when you do go, like, you know, you're about to go yellow food or whatever. Let's get rid of that. We'll just ditch it. So in our case, it was the rope. We had at any moment, we could, like, okay, we're yellow food, let's pull off to the side and go fishing and take care of that problem. So, you know, food was never a concern because we had the plan to do it. We kept finding it, so then we don't have to do that. Same thing with weaponry, though. Like, you kind of have to play it by ear. If you don't get... I don't know if that was zombie running or if that was human running. If you don't get something to actually shoot with, like, I'm pretty satisfied, like, you know, I'll call it mid to late in the early game for my weaponry right now. You know, you slap a scope on it. Oh no, that's not great. Hello, friends. Then I'm decently geared up, you know, to go fight somebody. Next thing would be some type of body protection. So if you do get in a fight, you know, you just don't absolutely get blasted and knocked unconscious like with their first shot. Okay, to the right a little bit for a feed stand. There it is. But not too bad. A little longer than you would care for, you know, to actually get into any type of altercation. PU scope, that's big. As soon as we get an SK, good to go. But yeah, I think it's been alright session. We're still set up to where we could go fish at any moment. I was gonna go this way. So food's not an issue. We've got a bottle. I could have filled up the other bottle at that well, and I should have. But realistically, Chernarus never too far away from another town with a well. Yeah, and if I needed to get into a fight, I at least could do some decent damage. I don't know, we've got 3 extra shots, so 9 shots for the CR is pretty significant. So all in all, a good session. I do wish the fight with the guy, or the very one-sided fight, I wish that would have gone quite a bit different than it did, but what are you going to do? You can't really, you know, plot out how your encounters are going to go. So that other feed stand should be up here. Just to the right of the peak. Is that up there? No. But all pretty good. And honestly, coming in on a barely over half full pop server, one encounter in just less than an hour and a half is pretty significant as is. Just even the right hilltop, it's gotta be. There's gotta be an antenna up there, right? I thought that rock was the feed stand I'm looking for. I'm like, okay, well, there's no way I got it that wrong. There's a road that comes up to it, and I haven't crossed that yet, so maybe I just haven't run far enough. There we go. Yeah, so it's been good. Didn't get to chat with anybody, unfortunately, about new guy stuff, new folk stuff. Maybe eventually that'll be it. But I do like to do a fresh start on vanilla, just to kind of like, what's a compensator? Just to kind of even know what people are talking about when they're like, oh, it's too hard, or I can't find anything, that type of stuff. I do like to kind of tune in, if you will, and feel their pain. But realistically, I'd roll into a mill base with a duo in there. I wouldn't do very well because I'm just not very experienced and I'm not very good with guns and stuff, but I'd try it. If I heard shots, I'd probably run towards them right now. I'm not a fan of shotguns, I've noticed, for my secondary, but I think I need to keep using them so I get better at them. The field shovel pump shotgun kind of proves that. Okay, this is probably going to be relatively fruitless. That'd be cool if that's a gas stove in there, though. Broom. It is not. What is it, P1? IJ. With a mag. I'm more excited about the sewing kit. And a cleaver. Okay, so this is somebody's goods. I'm not worried about the IJ. I think it's a better gun, and it takes up less room. Am I making that up? Yeah, less room than the CR, but I like the CR. Okay, so this way then. Yeah, there's the industrial bit. There'll be a guard shack just about right in front of us. Yeah, just in front of that smokestack. So let's grab this bush. Been hearing footsteps all night. Grab this bush. Which is not a great bush. Do we have a good bush? Yeah, we'll do the tree. Log out and call it a night. I feel like our buddy Clive. That was super weird. It sounded like walking on metal. Anyway. So that's me. That's how I start out fresh on a vanilla official server. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll either do something like this again, depending on chats we have with folks on the internet, on Reddit and whatnot. Or we'll head into Deer Isle. If you happen to be watching this at a later time. 129 meters I hit that guy with a pistol with, by the way. Did not kill him, obviously, so the log worked for him. If you happen to be watching this at a later time, I'm elderb. Take care.